they're sold for profit. So I'm going to do a short presentation showing you the risks and what will happen if we don't take action. We are in Coimbatore today. A lot of people don't know your Murti that you see here from the Verandah Perumal temple is currently in London. These three bronzes, were part of a buried hoard that was found in the 1890s. So I don't know if you know that where the temple is. Sangameshwara கோயிலுக்கு பக்கத்துல கரிவரத பெருமாள்னு இருக்கு. அந்த கோயிலோட மூர்த்திகள் they were taken away by Lord Curzon. They are currently on display in the Victoria and Albert Museum. India has been losing hundreds and thousands of our deities for the last century. Till 2000, India bought back 1919 antiquities. 2000 to 2012, we bought back 0. Comparing, for example, if you take Italy, in the same period, 1970 to 2012, Italy bought back 138,000 artifacts. India bought back how much? 19. And that's why we called our project the India Pride Project. And today, we are happy to let you know that we have caused 630 physical restitutions in the last 10 years. And this year, the US has technically returned 1,845 artifacts which are going to come back. So our target is to cross 2,000 this year. So this is what we do. We work on restitution, we build awareness, we act as a deterrent, we influence policy, we work on capacity building. A lot of words, let me show you in action. This was a Rama group that was stolen from a temple in 1978. It was on sale in London in this form for millions of dollars. One of our volunteers spotted it, sent us a photograph in 2013. For 5 years we searched from where it could have been stolen. Unfortunately, the village from where it was stolen over the 40 years had forgotten that they had a temple for Rama. They knew only they had a Hanuman temple. In 2017, we made the match. We found the photographs, we found the old case files. We managed to give the proof to the Indian High Commission in London. And on August 15th of 2018, this happened. The dealer who had these bronzes gave it to the Indian High Commission on August 15th, and more importantly, they have now gone back to worship, gone back to receiving the adoration, to feeling the incense, the smell, the pujas. And this is what we mean when we say bring our gods home. And we need all your help to ensure that they continue to be the gods that they once were. Unfortunately, the Hanuman of this group is still stuck in Singapore. Hopefully, he'll also come back. So I'm going to rush through. Please, we call them in Tamil. What do we call bronzes? Anybody can tell me? Sembu is the metal, but they are called, we call it Tirumeni. Tirumeni means literally body of God. And what you're seeing is a Chola Nataraja that was installed by the great king, Emperor Rajaraja Chola in the big temple, Adavallan, who has been in a continuous worship for 1,000 years. And how do we take care of these deities? They are taken care of as living gods. They are woken up in the morning, they are bathed, they are clothed, they are fed. Marriages happen to them in the night, they are sung to and they are taken to sleep. The priests, and we look at them as living gods. But sometime in the 14th century, things happened. Invaders came, Iconocasts came. our ancestors did the ultimate sacrifice to protect the gods. They buried these bronzes for safety because otherwise the iconoclasts would break them or melt them for gold. Today, all over India, we get hundreds every year of these buried hoards coming up. Why is it that? Imagine you have a horde waiting at the gate coming with plunderers to kill you. What would you do? You would run away. But our ancestors took time to hide their gods for safety. But for some reason, which I'll leave it for speculation, they could not bring them back for worship. But as they come out for worship, and what you're seeing here is a Nataraj Murti that is coming out 2 years ago, within seconds, he's become the god he once was. And this was the reason why our ancestors took that effort. You know, he's just one wash, rendu poo, samyayach. These are being smuggled out of India. Not only these brilliant bronzes, because I'm showing you examples from Tamil Nadu, this is the condition that these bronzes are in our own temples. So we are also to blame. Nallador Veenai Seidu Nalam Keda. So you please go back to your hometowns, villages, go back to your Kuladevatas, please worship the gods so that this doesn't happen. What you are seeing here is an actual auction. Our gods have been prized. People are obviously doing a lot of unwanted things where our gods are being sold. Imagine living gods becoming commoditized as showpiece curios. Parties are happening with our gods as decorative items. Can you count the number of bronzes that you see in one party? Not all our gods end up in museums. I showed this the last time as well. This is an indoor swimming pool in America. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. So, I'll take 5 more minutes. It's okay. I think even the computer is a bit choked by seeing these scenes. Yes, 100%. So, what we're doing is basically working with people to ensure that we don't commoditize our gods. So, what can you do? What can you do? Please pray to our gods so that you can see our gods in their temples and not in museums in America, museums in the UK. And whenever you travel, திருப்பி ரீஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுறீங்களா? Okay. I wanted to play a couple of videos, but we can skip that. So what we're going to see now is how can we combat and what can we do to bring back our gods. It's a test. We are being fooled in plain sight. The Rama is a genuine Chola bronze. The Sita is a modern replacement. So what's happening to our gods? I'd like to show you why is it so difficult to prove our cases. I know there will be a lot of scientists coming up from this crowd. You cannot scientifically date stone or solid cast bronzes. So how do you date bronzes? It's only stylistic evolution. Just to give you an example, so what do you see here? It's movies over a period. And how do you know it's movies over a period? It's the style, how the style changes. So based on the same styling, we can work on each of these bronzes over 1,000 years, how they have changed. And this comes from seeing hundreds and thousands of bronzes. And this is the way each, by the dress they wear, by the ornaments they wear, that we can circle down. And this is just, imagine one state, one religion. And here we don't just recover Hindu gods. I'll show you examples where we worked on Buddhist icons, Jain icons. So all this requires a lot of study. And I was not formally trained. I learned by myself. And I'm sure as you grow up, each of you will pick up similar hobbies. And please look at iconography and temple art. It's a very unique field, and I'm sure you will succeed. And once you've seen a Chola bronze in person, I wrote that she came to life, I became metal. And this was the Prime Minister of India and France publishing a book about how a French institute documented icons. And we managed to trace this beautiful Samandar that was stolen in 1968. And with that proof, what happened was this bronze was stolen. So he's a priest now during his father's time. And last year, this happened. We actually handed over this deity back to the custodian to enjoy. So whenever you go to museums, I want you to ask these questions. Why is it the feet are hacked? The feet are hacked because they are anchored to the ground. This was in Devgarh. This beautiful 8-ton Varaha statue was chopped away by robbers. Not only that, they deliberately break. So you can actually see how this Varaha has been broken by robbers for export. They cut off the heads of the gods for sale. Literally headhunters are selling. A lot of our art, beautiful damsels. And what do? We work in forensic art, forensically proving that these are stolen. And this theft is continuing to happen. I don't know how many people are from Karnataka. This was a theft that happened in Kikkeri in 2014. 6 sealing damsels were stolen by robbers. We are not able to find them still. So Sai Swarupa talked about my book. It's called The Idol Thief. It's available. I've made sure that I did not use any complicated terms, and my brief to my editor was, you should read it in 4 hours. So how big was the loot? We worked with law enforcement. The villain of my book was called Subhash Kapoor. So I'm just going to show you, this was a seizure that happened in America. All these was what he had in stock, unsold stock. And we are talking about hundreds and thousands of deities that were held in godowns and shops. And this is by state. I don't know how many of you have seen Kantara movie. You will see the boar. We're talking about Indus Seal, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro figure. All these are on sale, not once, but by the hundreds. And these are continuously being plundered. So just this one dealer, his holding stock, what you're seeing is 2,622 objects valued at $108 million was found in 14 storage locations. $108 million is about 900 crores in today's exchange rate. And this was his unsold stock. He was in business for 35 years. We are going to bring back this Yakshi. She was basically on sale for $15 million. And she was cut into 3 pieces and stitched back by a dealer. Sorry. So when she comes back, she will be the most expensive restituted object in the history of the world, $15 million. We've worked with like this for not just Tamil Nadu, for a lot of states. This was found in a garden in London 3 years ago. A beautiful yogini from Uttar Pradesh. Again, on August 15th, last 2 years ago, we got it back. We work with a lot of technology. So I'm just going to show you one last minute how we solved a case of a theft of a Buddha from Nalanda in 1962. 14 bronzes were stolen from the Nalanda Site Museum. We managed to track it. They were not out for 47 years. So after 47 years, I tried to sell it. We managed to catch it in a sale via WhatsApp, friends informing us. So that's live chat that is going on of images of friends visiting an art fair, and we found the Buddha. So this was a Buddha that was stolen from the old archive at 3:45 in the night in Singapore. I was in Singapore that time. We have a match. We managed to prove that it was stolen. We brought in experts from ICOM, and ICOM officials confirmed our match, even though the robbers had broken a leaf from the left and stuck it welded to the right side. Based on our evidence, it was handed over to India, and this Buddha came back. There, the Buddha is with the Honorable Finance Minister. So we've done a lot of work, but the robbers are one step ahead. They are basically, this is a buried hoard, and restorers are being employed to clean them. In this condition, objects are leaving. So we work with teams like you to raise awareness. We hope, I'm just going to rush through because I don't have time, how we work. Please look us up at our work. We work on knowledge bases, we data mine archives. We have solved thefts using social media on Facebook. This was a theft that was done in 1918, which we have solved thanks to a book that was published in 1917. We managed to find this Jain Murti that robbers threw off because we were on its tail. So that's my book. I'm not trying to market my book. That's the villain of my book. The two bronzes behind him, his sister is hidden in New York. Together they are valued at, with two more bronzes, for about $18.5 million. We're still not able to find them. The robbers tried to sell this Shiva, but they thought it was made of gold. So they actually used an axa blade to cut it and melt his hand to see if there was any gold involved. There was no gold. In the meal, it was actually done in Coimbatore. The jeweler who melted it was killed by the robbers. In this hand-cut condition, this deity was smuggled to Nepal, to Hong Kong, from Hong Kong to London. In London, the restorer made a new hand, and he was on sale for $3.5 million before we got him back. The robbers are being creative. So these are all robber offering photos, like bridegroom photos being sent by brokers. They're sending these photos. You can actually see a veshti, a dhoti, a lungi. So these are robbers selling our deities on WhatsApp. So we worked with a lot of such cases. This was our first success in 2014. The Ardhanari from Vrindachalam and Sriprad and Shiva was handed over by Australian Prime Minister to the Indian Prime Minister. And what was interesting was when this Nataraja came back, this was how he went back to the same place from where he was stolen. And this was how the temple was renovated to receive the Lord. And this is where we need ground level support to ensure that the temples can get back and host these deities. I know about 300 odd stories are waiting to be told. Hopefully we'll have, so I just want to show you this last one. These are terracottas from Chandraketu Gar, which is a site in West Bengal. 2nd century BC, beautiful works, thousands have been plundered because we are not reading history. So the moment we all wake up, we will get back our deities. Please, when you go back to your villages, if somebody tells you something is stolen, look out for me, give us information. One such information was provided to us from Pune Nallur. If you're going to Tanjavur, just outside Tanjavur is a Pune Nallur Mariamman temple. Next to it, this Shiva was there. We managed to locate it in Asia Society, and last year we managed to provide the proof, and you can see the Prime Minister receiving this idol. and he's now gone back, and he was a priest who gave us the information. It was a theft that happened in 1971, so the Nataraja has gone back to worship. So we've done a lot of these over the last couple of years. What you're going to see is this Hanuman, which we got back from Australia. A lot of news is coming. Please, please take care of our murtis. What we need from you is basically being voice to amplify. We need you to take care and protect our heritage. If you take care of our heritage, our gods will continue to remain at home. We will continue to protect the heritage. This is your duty. Thank you.